Hello and welcome to a new episode. My name is Tom and I have been walking for the last 3 months from John O'Groats to Land's End. We are on the home straight. I've been joined by my girlfriend Isabel for this last
I'm
almost
a bedraggled mess because we've been sleeping in a tent for the last week. Wow, it's been an adventure so far. It's been tough going, guys. We've been through storms, lost bits of our kit. I've only been here for 10 days and I feel a bit broken, so I can't even imagine what Tom feels after almost 3 months.
It's actually been a couple of days since we last spoke to you. If I'm honest, they were pretty tough days. Morale was pretty low in camp. We had a few things go wrong. We just bought a brand new tent and on the third night we put it up, a stick came through the bottom of it and punctured the ground sheet, the inner, and then up into my sleeping mats. We've done quite a bit of road walking and my shoes are barefoot shoes. There's no cushioning. So my legs were really suffering. I was getting shin splints, it was quite painful. Since then I bought some new insoles for my shoes and like a compression band for my ankle, and it's really helped. But having said that, I am still taking paracetamol and ibuprofen pretty much non-stop. My feet are really sore. Isabel also had holes in her shoes, so she was getting soaking wet feet every single day. Again, we've managed to get a new pair.
We have a finish date. It's in actually 2 weeks today is our finish date, and we're gonna have a little bit of a party with our friends. So we've got that to kind of drive us on, push us forward. I'm just grateful that the sun's shining, it's not raining, and we've got all the right gear now.
We need to try and do about 20 miles a day, probably a little bit over, which is actually crazy, especially considering the terrain and the heavy bags. We're ready to take on the southwest. The last couple of days as well have been pretty flat. We've been going over the Somerset levels and I'm excited to see some more dramatic landscapes and to join on to the southwest coast path.
Yeah, I think the Somerset level was very flat and it represented our mood. It was a bit flat too. We said yesterday, we crossed the bridge over Bridgewater and we said we're leaving our negativity behind, from positivity from now on. We're on the home straight, we're going to enjoy it. Like, when else do you get a chance to do this kind of thing in your life?
We are walking through the very quaint village of Goathurst, and this village is right on the foothills, right on the edge of the Quantocks. And today we are walking up into the Quantocks, over the top and down the other side.
Wow, this morning we are trudging through just this huge field full of clay deep mud. And it's actually like using double the energy to get through this mud. You need to take big strides and your feet sink down.
I am enjoying having some hills though.
Yeah.
But yeah, this mud is just hard going.
It's funny, this walk, there's a lot of highs and lows, and when you're in a low you have to tell yourself this will pass, because today the walk feels so much easier, even though it's way more hilly. I love walking. Yeah, yeah.
We are up on top of the Quantocks, about 350 odd metres, and has some pretty spectacular views all the way looking over towards Exmoor, and then you can also see over the River Severn, which is now swollen into the Severn estuary.
Since I've joined Tom, we haven't really been using our filter system. We've got these Life Straws filter water and a Sawyer water filter that you squeeze the water through, but we just haven't been needing to use it because we've just been passing through so many little towns, filling up at pubs, and it's kind of funny like getting back into realising that we need that again, because this is quite a remote part of the walk. There's no towns, no shops, no pubs that we're passing through today. Back to simple living.
So on this walk, there's been a few times where the map says, hey, head straight through this field, and we get there and it looks like this. I mean, that does look like the path.
The most pathy look we've seen.
We've literally come face to face with a field of bamboo. Oh my God. I mean, try it, I guess.
It's quite horrible. Like,
I mean, this is definitely the path though.
this is the path.
Yeah.
Did you just try?
Yeah.
It's quite like a shot. Come on.
Oh!
Yay! Wow, that was exciting. I can't believe we found the path.
We've picked a date because we want to meet up with our family and friends down at Land's End. So that has been, it's cool that we've done that because it'll be fun down there, but at the same time it's changed it a little bit from let's just walk as much as we can, stop when we feel like it, to we have a minimum we have to walk each day. It's also an interesting time of year to be walking across the farmland, because now is when the muck spreading begins and everyone sprays their fields with all their cow poo. And we're about to wander into this next field, which is
currently being muck spread.
So
I want to catch the attention of the farmer so he knows we're here.
Yeah, I don't want to get covered in poo poo.
I really don't want to get covered in poo. That'll be a low moment.
The good news is he literally finished as we walked into the field, so no danger of getting sprayed with poo. But yeah, the field itself is covered in little bits of poo.
All over my new shoes.
It's starting to get pretty dusky, we're sort of losing the light, and there's some really nice golden colours. It's a lovely evening. To be honest, we're both pretty exhausted.
I'm starting to feel a bit crazy, like I'm really tired. I'm kind of like just autopilot now, my legs keep moving in front of each other and I feel like I'm this close to collapsing and crying. Let's get the tent up.
So this is Roadwater and this marks the end point of today in the guidebook, which means we have completed our mile quota, which is very good news. Oh, we've had to dig deep, guys. Wow, we are just so spent. Coming out of Roadwater, it just turned uphill and we've just been going up through this forest, which is pretty steep, which unfortunately just means there's nowhere we could put the tent. So we've had to keep walking uphill through this woods, but I think we found somewhere.
Yeah, and it's really nice actually to be in the woods. We normally camp in a field, so it's a bit of a change. But we're so hungry and ready to get the tent up. So I'm going to be on
starving.
Project Food, Tom's the Project Tent.
Tent's up, thank God. I'm absolutely exhausted. Izzy's pumping her bed up. We've got noodles brewing. Oh, what a long day. And we're literally, it's going to be get in the tent, fall asleep, and then we're ready for tomorrow. This bit of like pushing to get back it's just proving very, very intense. The tent.
Hello everybody, it's me from the future with La Bamba and my ginger hair. I just wanted to say a quick shout out to Surfshark for making this whole John O'Groats to Land's End series possible, and for sponsoring today's video, and for the big finale we've got an exclusive Black Friday deal for you all. Surfshark is a VPN, and this allows you to browse the internet from a different location to where you actually are. If you're on a train using the public Wi-Fi on the train, I don't know about you, but I'm never able to stream videos, the internet's too slow. But using Surfshark, I'm able to get faster internet speeds and I can actually watch YouTube now. My brother George introduced me to this little trick and I've just been trying it out on the way up to London to visit my friends, and I was able to watch YouTube for that whole journey from Cornwall to London. The main reason we love Surfshark is you can stream shows from different countries. For example, Tom's sister, she's in New Zealand at the moment and she's able to watch Channel 4 Married at First Sight. So you can share your Surfshark login with all your friends and family. You just need one account and you can use that on unlimited devices. So go to surfshark.deals/transit or just click the link in the description and use our code TRANSIT to get an extra 6 months for free. Enjoy, guys. Back to the video. Thank you so much for watching. We love you. What a day yesterday was. And the pod continues. Every day I go to sleep and I think, how will my legs cope for the next day? But it is amazing what a night's sleep can do. Always feel a little bit creaky when you first wake up, but I'm good to go again.
So yesterday was a pretty big day. We actually ended up doing around 24 miles. We climbed over 1,000 meters.
It's quite amazing looking at the map every day and seeing the progress that we're making. We're completely out of water, so hopefully we'll find a pub today at some point. We've had our brekkie, we've had some porridge, some coffee. We're ready to go, we're ready to be out on Exmoor.
And we are right back in it. It's a big hill to start the day off. We haven't come too far this morning, but we've wandered past the pub.
So happy, we got a coffee.
It's in this really cute little village called Kingswood, and there's all like thatched cottages, there's a little river running through. There's something so nice about walking through the countryside, feeling like things haven't changed in hundreds of years. You can hear the church bells ringing. Lots of the activities we are doing are just unchanging. They're just the same as they've been. Walking through the countryside, hearing the bells ringing. It has been a pretty steady, steep climb. We are just about to summit Dunkery Beacon. I gotta say, I'm very impressed with Iz. She's come out and joined me. I've been walking for 2 months before she came out, or longer, and she's picked up a big heavy bag and she's been more than keeping up. In fact, there's been times where I've had to tell her to slow down so I can catch up. So we made it to the top. The views were not overly amazing. The weather seems to be turning slightly. It's just so grey and misty, but it's like a very wet mist. We've decided we're just going to listen to our audiobooks. So we're going to walk in silence for a bit.
It's the first time we've done that since I've been here, but I think we need to distract ourselves because it's a 2-hour walk. Just
yeah,
in
I've still got
mist.
2 hours.
It's quite monotonous. I'm finding it quite hard, so we've got the fruit pastels. I'm going to listen to my audio.
Sugar hit. Fruit pastel.
Wow, that was unexpectedly a really difficult 3-hour slog through Exmoor. It's through this like boggy, reedy terrain, which is quite hard on your legs, and it's just this mist. It hasn't been heavy rain, but it's constant rain. We are quite wet, and I'm ready to stop. We are nearly at the end point of today. We're about a mile off, but we're just going to put the tent up. Do you know what? I was just wiping my face. I got scared there was a slug on my face.
Oh, there is. A
big one?
Yeah, a big slug.
Oh, guys, I made myself get up before dawn today because the sunrise is getting later and we've got to get to Barnstable today.
Oh, it's a misty old morning today, but we've got the tent away, left without a trace, and
leaving by 8.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning. We're hitting the road. It looks exactly like it did last night, nice and misty and very boggy. Today we are coming down off of Exmoor and down towards the coast.
See how clean that looks. Whoa! All right to me.
That is steep. That's an intense climb. That's a lot for the morning. We've started to make our way down off of the moors, I think, and we've also just crossed the border into Devon. So we've left Somerset behind. We're in our final county before Cornwall. We're going to empty our life straws into our filter some water so we can cook.
And bonus points if you can guess what we're going to have. Dun, 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 dun. Tom special on the John O'Groats Land's End. Ainsley Harriet couscous and minestrone cover soup mixed together. Honestly, if you haven't tried it, try it. It's actually really nice. And we're going even crazier today. We're having some lentils mixed in there too. Good morning. You might tell I'm looking a little bit more fresh-faced than normal because I'm in a B&B. It's really good to have a reset. Had a shower. We went out for a meal last night and we're all clean, and her host even did our laundry for us.
It's a bit of a shame that Exmoor was quite so misty the whole time. I feel like we didn't really get a chance to see it, but we've walked into Barnstable and it feels so good to be clean. We are finally leaving Barnstable. It's taken us quite a long time. We've had to do a shop and we ate a very leisurely breakfast, but we are on the road. We are walking towards the coast. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be really challenging. This is one of the toughest parts of the Southwest Coast Path, but also the guidebook that we were following said that this was actually one of the toughest stages of the entire walk. So
all the way up to Scotland.
All the way through Scotland and everything. So we're a little bit nervous for the next couple of days.
Got some vitamins, got loads of food for the next 3 days.
Heavy bags.
Heavy bags, but I'm feeling rested and happy to have stayed in that B&B yesterday.
And this food should see us all the way into Cornwall, which is, again, quite exciting.
What an achievement it's going to be. Hello everybody, I've got a map today, don't worry, I'll be leading us safely for about 1 day. We've got blisters today, it's the first time I've had blisters. I never get blisters, I think it's because of my new shoes. So every step hurts, but I'm going to buy some classes in this town.
We've been following the Tarka Trail. It's been this quite flat, nice, like tarmac route the whole way. And we're actually just coming into Bideford, which looks really pretty. We've been really pushing the last few days. We haven't had a break since this has been here. We haven't had a rest day. And we've been doing like over 20 miles a day with quite a lot of ascent as well. We didn't stay in Bideford for long, just long enough to have a coffee and rest our feet for 5 minutes. And we've come out the other side and we are approaching Westwood Ho. And this is the only place in the UK which is spelt with an exclamation mark, which is quite cool in itself. But it's also the point where we finally get to the coast and we join on the southwest coast path. And it is a gorgeous day to do so as well.
Whoa, it's a sea!
It's so nice to hear that sound. It sounds like home. We're getting close now. There we have it, the coast. Wow, it feels so good to have the wind coming in, hitting our face off the Atlantic. Oh, I'm going to tighten my cap, I think.
Don't know how long you'll be saying that for.
But it does feel good at the moment. And just seeing the waves breaking out there, it feels like home. It's not, but really nice. It's close.
Wow, it feels good to be on the coast path. There's something quite cool about seeing the undulating hills in front of you, knowing what you got in store, and not having to look at a map. This is beautiful, Ran. A little sit, it's lovely here. Ooh. It's just us, no one around. The waves, they have a power about them that is just so mesmerising, so calming, and amazing to be around. Oh, I could just watch the waves for hours. Energy, man. I know I sound like I'm talking absolute codswallop, but oh, what it feels like to just sit and watch the sea. We have found our camping spot. We've come down to the shoreline and someone else has been camping here. There's a couple of fire pits. It's quite windy, but it's a really beautiful spot looking out to the beach, and we can open up our tent and look out to this, and this is amazing.
What a treat. I actually washed up our cups, so tonight we don't have slug infested cups.
Yeah, age old question, what do you fancy, Tom? Noodles or couscous?
Honestly, neither. Maybe noodles.
Okay, noodles it is.
So nice having the tent set up. I'm looking at the sea. It is so good to be on the coast. I can't believe how much it's lifted my spirits to be next to the sea again. It's so nice, and this camp spot is really cool. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm excited for the next few days. I'm loving that it is coming to an end, but I'm also treasuring these last moments.
Is there room for a small one in there?
No.
Oh. Morning, happy campers. We slept well last night. We're having some porridge this morning to fuel us up for what is supposedly the hardest part of the coast path. You right this morning, Tom Bombs?
Yeah, a little hard to get out of bed when I've only got shorts and it's a bit chilly. What a place to camp. Waking up and eating your porridge with this view. We've spotted a small village of Clovelly coming up, and it looks very picturesque, very quaint, and there's a cafe. So we've lined that up as our coffee stop this morning.
We have stumbled down some cobbled streets into Clovelly.
Why did you do a Welsh accent?
I can't help it. I can't say that word without it. I'm so excited. Got vegan pasties.
Mine's like mashed potato with peas and beans in.
They're nice?
Yeah, not a pasty, but as a proud Cornishman, it is hard to embrace the Devonshire pasty. It has been good, to be fair.
It's so cute how it's just all nestled in this tiny steep cove, and all the houses, they have sledges outside to take their stuff down the steep cobbled streets.
It was a gorgeous day and the weather's just turned. Out of nowhere, we've got some rain.
But good job we woke up early and we saw all of it. We saw from sun to rain.
I'm going to put you away for a little bit because it's rainy. Bye bye bye.
Woohoo! It feels good. We've got the sea to our left, the sea on our right. We are at Heartland Headland. We have been trekking through some of the most difficult parts of that coast path, and it's been up and down, but we're fueled by our pasty and our coffee, and it's so beautiful. Some of the beaches you can't even get down, which I quite like. They're just claimed by wildlife. Using my last reserves to get me up this hill. Come on, Stoke Barton Farm, get to me.
It's been a very windy and exposed day on the cliffs today. There's been a lot of elevation. We've just been climbing up very steep hills, all the way back down to sea level, all the way back up again. I've never been to this area before, and it's really nice to see it, to explore it. The geology around here, the cliffs and stuff, are really beautiful. We're pretty tired. We've climbed, I think, like 1,500 meters today. We're now heading off of the coast path slightly and to a campsite, which is a bit of a luxury. We only stayed in a B&B 2 days ago.
Good morning from Stoke Barton Farm and Campsite. I'm making us breakfast, Tom's getting the tent down, and then we're going to hit the road. It's a nice beautiful morning.
We are leaving our campsite. Whenever we stay somewhere a little more comfortable, the morning seems a little bit more relaxed because it's hard to drag yourself away and start walking again. Today is an exciting day though, because we reach Cornwall.
This part of the coastline is so dramatic and wild and rugged.
I'm feeling just a little bit under the weather. My stomach just doesn't feel settled. I don't know if it's something I ate yesterday. My suspicion is a Devonshire pasty. I never should have trusted it. It could also just be 3 months of having a very poor diet. It's not going to stop me powering on. We're on the home straight. We're nearly in Cornwall.
Wow, that's amazing. I had no idea this is it. Wow. I'm getting really strong nostalgia for the Wild Atlantic Way, being on this bit of the coast, just because it's reminding me of how wild the coast in Ireland was, how stunning it was. The sea's got this like ferocious energy about it. A little bit intimidated by the day that how we have to come. We have to get all the way down past Bude, along like this difficult stretch of the coast path.
We've come down into this valley, and this little river here is the border of Cornwall and Devon. Once we cross this, we're into Cornwall. We're back home. It's taken me 3 months to walk here.
Can't believe it. This is quite monumental.
Back to Cornwall.
Wow. 3 months and Tom's back, baby.
Woo! A beautiful but pretty brutal return to Cornwall. Wow, the coast path is just up and down, so steep. You can see the steps on the other side, and you go down into the valley, up, and then straight back down to the next one.
My legs are wobbly, they're like jelly. We've done like 5 of these roller coasters, going down to sea level, then up again. Let's tackle it before my legs collapse. I'm as happy as Larry, I'm as happy as I can be. I'm with my best friend Tom, my love of my life, and walking on the cliffs of Cornwall. And I'm buzzing on sweets. Ah, the burn.
We have made it to where we're gonna have our lunch, and it couldn't come soon enough. Man, that's tiring. But on the very far horizon, we can actually see the tallest point of Cornwall, Brown Willie, and that's our next target. We're going to be leaving the coast at Bude, and we're going to be heading on to Bobbin Moor. Looks a long way off.
And we've made it to Hawker's Hut with my dad.
Hello,
This is my
I'm
popsicles.
Isabel's dad.
It's nice to have Dad to cheer us on this little bit, because we've just crossed into Cornwall. Keep the morale up high. We're nearly there. We can see the hills ahead of us. I think we've got 2 more big hills. They just look enormous. And we're full, and our legs are very tired.
Our elevation game has been similar to climbing Ben Nevis for the last 2 days.
They mean it when they say this is tough. really done tough. It's not too tough for me. Personally, I'm finding it pretty easy. Just speaking on behalf of Tom, really.
We last spoke to you when we were on the coast and we put the camera away mostly because we turned inland. The route there was actually a bit boring. It was just along the lanes. It wasn't bad. It was a nice sunny day and we've arrived now at Bodmin Moor. Today we're going to head into the moors and up to Cornwall's tallest hill, Brown Willy. The exciting thing is today we're actually going to be joined by a couple of our mates, Jake and Kate, who've been on the channel a couple of times before.
I had a dunk in the river to wash my hair. Wow, it feels good to be nearer to home and it's so beautiful this morning on the moors. Spirits are very high.
Morning, morning, morning!
Hey, what's on me, Biddy? Come in here.
It's a gorgeous morning up on Bodmin Moor. It's so good to have Kate and Jake here with us. We are just summiting the first of the hills, Row Tor. From up here we should see Brown Willy. It's stunning up here this morning. Ooh, look at that view. There we have it, guys. I've done the tallest mountain in Scotland, the tallest mountain in England, tallest mountain in Wales, and the tallest hill in Cornwall. Guys, stunning up here.
Some people's lifetime achievement is to walk from John O'Groats to Land's End, but mine has always been to eat a pasty at the highest point in Cornwall. Jäger's that.
Jake and Kate have turned up with the supplies. Pasty on top of Brown Willy.
We've been looking forward to this pasty for a very long time.
For over 3 months, I've been walking the length of the UK, and you join us now on our second to last day. We are on the cliffs up above St Ives. We are only about 18 miles away from Land's End. To be honest, me and Isabel are feeling broken. We're tired, our feet are sore, we're surviving on painkillers, and we have one last big day of pushing. The weather has not been on our side. It's been wet and windy and wild, and today looks no different.
I am in a lot of pain. I am actually pushing myself to my physical limits. My knees are really, really painful at the moment and they hurt a lot at night. So I am just thinking like, I really want to finish this. I mean, I probably should just rest my legs, but I really would like to get to the end. Just can't believe what a journey we've been on. I mean, I know I haven't done this whole 3 months with Tom, but I have felt like I've had my own journey. So in the whole almost month I'll have joined Tom, we would only have had one rest day, which is probably not advisable.
After 3 months of walking, we are closing in on the finish line. Oh, I cannot believe it. What a journey this has been. It's been so tough, so rewarding. I'm feeling broken, I'm feeling tired, and I'm feeling ready to get to the end. All the way back 3 months ago, I was at a bit of a loose end. I didn't know what I was doing this summer, and I, on a spur of the moment, got a flight up to Glasgow and headed for John O'Groats. It's been really quite challenging, very demanding physically and mentally, just to get up and walk every day for 3 months. So I landed in John O'Groats with such a heavy bag. It must have been 30 kilograms. Headed out on my own over the moors, just off straight into the wild, empty expanse of the Scottish Highlands. The solitude was just incredible. The landscape just so dramatic. Unfortunately, the weather was not on my side and I got pretty wet. I was drenched through every single day. My shoes weren't appropriate. I was getting blisters. I was really struggling to push through. I managed to get up Ben Nevis, which was the first of the 4 peaks I wanted to climb. It felt like a real sense of achievement. After that, I headed for the Lake District, some challenging hikes, some amazing camping spots. After that, I had the canals, but it was tiring, mentally draining. I think this was actually one of the hardest parts, not physically, but mentally. I managed to cross into Wales. This was a big boost to my confidence, crossing another country and into Snowdonia, and what an incredible landscape. I absolutely loved my time in Snowdonia. During that just over a week, I almost climbed the height of Mount Everest. I then met up with Isabel and unfortunately the weather turned slightly. This is where we really started to push. We've covered a lot of distance. It's been very tough, and now we have one day left. One final day to get to Land's End.
Final sunrise.
Good morning, guys. Good morning for the last time. Today is the final day. We've both been at the last of our reserves. We're sort of like just trying to get there. We're digging really deep. We are now only about 3 hours walking from Land's End. What a surreal feeling.
We've got people waiting for us at Land's End, so
Yeah.
we've got to get there.
Today we actually have a time pressure.
I'm very happy that we got nice weather for today, because yesterday was so bleak.
We made it into St Just, and we made it for a morning pasty, breakfast of champions, and we met up with Jeremy. So I met Jeremy actually volunteering for the National Trust here. Quite a lot of our work was rebuilding sections of the coast path and stuff, so it's going to be quite nice to walk with him along some of the sections of the coast path that we built together.
Well, moods are definitely high this morning. We have a bottle of Prosecco in Tom's bag with some cups to pop when we get there. Feeling excited to see everyone. Proud of us for nearly making it. I've got a bit more fight left in me yet.
We've got a view of the ocean stretched out in front of us, and on the opposite headland is Land's End. The end is literally in sight. Oh, it is so good to see it. This is day 98. I've been walking for 98 days. I can't believe it's coming to an end. So here it is, Land's End. We have made it. Literally 500 metres to go. That's a big group of people down there. Yeah.
Tom's final steps. Well, here at Land's End you can get a picture with the famous sign.